Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon LeafGreen. Last time, we finally made it to the Indigo League and took all the necessary preparation to take on the Elite Four and whatever comes after. As you can see, everyone's nice and level, they've all got held items, and frankly, it's time to do what we can. So, now that we're ready, all we gotta do is come up here and, hey there.
From here on, you face the Elite Four one by one. If you win, a door opens to the next trainer. Good luck.
So, it's as she says. When you enter this door, there's no going back, unless you lose. In the event that you lose against the Elite Four, I believe you just show up back here, and you can try again at your leisure. However, should you continue to win, you'll keep going on and on to each new trainer. It's a pretty brutal string of battles, though there will always be in-between time where you can heal and even save your game. So don't worry too much. Still, let's get going. Well, how's it going there?
Welcome to the Pokemon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Are you ready?
So, the first one of the Elite Four is Lorelei. A rather, difficult icy woman. Still, I thought we'd do something a little interesting. Let's start with Cabbage of all people. Let's put Sunny Day and Solar Beam to use. Now, there is a gaping hole in my plan here. Cabbage, unfortunately, is weak to ice types. So, here's hoping that he'll be able to blitz through them with his Solar Beam. Most ice types in this generation are dual water types, so Solar Beam should rip through them like you wouldn't believe, especially with that Miracle Seed. The only Pokemon that Lorelei has that I'm worried about is her very own Jinx. So when that shows up, we might be in a bit of a pinch, but Cabbage may just be able to power through. So, let's keep our offense up, huh? Plus, it helps that we have Sunlight going, which, I believe weakens the power of water-type moves. Not that it really matters, but still, it's nice that we can just keep using Solar Beam over and over again. This is kind of the reason why I thought, honestly, giving Cabbage this ability would be, kind of great. Lapras, huh? Well, we've already sawed through your first two, so let's see if we can go for a third. Just look how good Solar Beam is. Man, oh man. Don't know if this will one-hit KO. Ooh, it does, especially with a crit. Nice job, buddy. Whew. Man, look at all that experience. Beautiful. Here's the one I was worried about. Good, Sunlight is still strong. I believe it lasts from, I think it's either 3 to 5 turns or it's 5 turns. This is where things are going to get a little iffy. There's a very high chance that Jinx is going to outspeed us. She might one-hit KO Cabbage. So let's Solar Beam and hope. Ooh, and it looks like the Quick Claw activated. Or wait, no, he doesn't have that. He has the Miracle Seed. What am I talking about? So no, we were just faster. But there's the other issue. Lovely Kiss. I was worried about that. Ooh, and the Sunlight faded. So you know what? That actually works out very well. Honestly, Arthur, you might be weak to ice types, but frankly, you've got versatility to spare. Of course, the Jinx knows Attract. Well, assuming Arthur can get over his love sickness, honestly, any of his moves should be just fine. Let's say Earthquake for good measure. Jinx has nothing for physical defense. There we go. That should be more than enough. Now, the only thing I'm a little worried about is that Arthur's special attack isn't all that high, but he should be decently fine. Still, he does have a quad weakness to ice, so it might be lights out if he gets hit by something like a blizzard. Still, let's go for Thunderbolt and hope. Come on. I would love it if you got a paralyzed, or you just beat him. Beautiful. Good job, Arthur. Not bad at all, buddy. And hey, we defeated Lorelei.
Things shouldn't be this way.
Yeah, sorry, gal. I know. I just basically swept you with a grass type. Embarrassing, huh?
You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of the Pokemon League's power.
And man, she's really not kidding. So, now's your optimal time to, well, use items, heal anybody, use what you gotta. The other big issue at this point in the game is that because you can't go back, you're kinda on the ropes for, using healing items. If you run out of PP, that's it. It's kinda rough. Still, I'm gonna see if we can do this in one go without saving. Makes it more interesting, doesn't it? So, how's it going?
I am Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people and Pokemon can become stronger without limit. I've lived and trained with my fighting Pokemon, and that will never change. Bread! We will grind you down with our superior power. Hoo-ha!
All right, let's see what you got, Bruno. This ought to be entertaining. Now, despite maybe not looking like it, Bruno typically specializes in ground and fighting type Pokemon. Or I guess maybe rock. Point is, Zinx will be the perfect candidate. Between Ice Beam and Psychic, she'll be able to deal with them pretty handily. There we go. Seeing as you have basically no special defense, this is going to be Zinx's fight through and through. Plus, she'll gain tons of EXP, which will get her level 54. She gains 3 HP, 4 attack, 1 defense, 3 special attack, 3 special defense, and 2 speed. Good job, gal. Now, what else you got, Bruno? Hitmonchan. Ah, yes, we know all about you, and how unfortunately weak you are. So, I guess just have a Psychic and, have a good day. Sorry, guy. I would have used you had the special split not screwed you. Still, look at that experience. Man, is it good. I wouldn't doubt it if Zinx grew another level from this fight alone. I will say, Elite Four is pretty darn great for experience. They're some of the highest level trainers you'll find, and they give a lot of money to boot. The only difficulty is that you do gotta fight them all in a row. So if ever that's an issue, well, maybe consider other avenues. Still, so far so good. Uh-oh. This is bad. Woo. She may still faint, though. Yep. Yeah, I didn't think Machamp would, pose that much of a threat, but here we are. Still, Zinx paved the way for Tiamat. I believe at this point Bruno should only have fighting-type Pokemon? And man, that Machamp is bulky. Still. Well, I guess if you didn't use a full restore, Aerial Ace would have done the job. But yeah, seeing as Zinx had no physical defense and she didn't one-shot Machamp, I'm not too surprised that she fainted there. Still, it's what we have revives for. And look at Tiamat go, avenging her fallen comrade like you wouldn't believe. Oh, and Hitmonlee. Well, I guess I'll just give you an Aerial Ace too. You're not exactly renowned for your defense. And yeah, there we go. That's 2 of the Elite Four members already down, and we're not even 10 minutes in yet. Impressive, huh?
Why? How could I lose?
And look at that money! Man, no wonder he's mad about losing.
My job is done. Go face your next challenge.
I like that he turns to the side as if in defeat. That's kind of a cool detail. Otherwise, seeing as Zinx fainted, unfortunately, I need to find my revives, and we can bring her right back up. I'm gonna save my max revives for if we get into a really tight situation, but we should be pretty fine. Now, ironically, this next fight is also really good for Zinx. The next person we're going to be facing is Agatha. She's supposed to be a ghost-type trainer, but wouldn't you know it, she's actually more of a poison-type trainer. You'll see what I mean. Because, ugh, what a spooky atmosphere. Hey there.
I am Agatha of the Elite Four. I hear Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old Duff was once tough and handsome, but that was decades ago. He's a shadow of his former self. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokedex. He's wrong. Pokemon are for battling. Brad, I'll show you how a real trainer battles.
And boy, will she. All right, Agatha, let's see what you got. Don't get me wrong, she's a tough one, and she starts with Gengar. Now, this is another very interesting situation. Gengar is a ghost poison type. We are psychic ice type. We're weak to ghost just as much as he's weak to psychic. Kinda strange, isn't it? So, let's use psychic and cross our fingers. Now, Gengar is pretty darn bulky, in terms of special defense, but it's not too much to worry about. Still, look at that experience! 3,295? Man, that's good. And yeah, here we are, a flying poison type. While Agatha may be known as the ghost type trainer, I believe every single one of her Pokemon is also poison type. So, just pack a psychic type and you should be fine. Just like Zinx growing to level 55 is fine. She gains 2 HP, 1 attack, 1 defense, 5 special attack, 2 special defense, and 3 speed. Now that's awesome. Alright, what else you got? An Arbok, a single poison type. So yeah, see what I mean? She might be known for ghosts, but honestly, she's more poisonous than she is ghostly. Kinda strange, huh? I wanna say, after the game finishes and you come back during some post-game stuff, I think she does have more ghost types. Though, it also didn't really help that there was, a whole, 3 ghost types in the entire game. And, yeah, that's what I was worried about. Shadow Ball. Frankly, as ironic as it is that Gengar is a special attacker, ghost-type moves are physical in this game. So, although technically in later generation Shadow Ball is special, and Zinx should have been fine against it, because in this game it's physical, she stands no chance against it. Also, man, a critical hit? Ugh. This Gengar's tough. I'll give him that. Or her that. Otherwise, honestly, let's just use Earthquake and, oh, that's right. How silly of me. I always forget that Gengar is famous for Levitate. This is an ability we haven't really seen much of. Levitate makes it so ground-type moves can't land. That's a bit of an issue. Because, with Levitate, Gengar effectively loses its ground-type weakness. So, we're just gonna have to use Dragon Claw and kinda hope. I think overall Arthur will be fine, but, it really isn't great that Dragon Claw uses special and not physical, but, well, we managed to triumph. Ugh. Alright, what else you got? Haunter. Not what I expected. I want to say Haunter and Ghastly also have Levitate, so again, it's kind of silly I forgot about that. But, uh-oh. But yeah, yeah, falling asleep isn't that great. Still, don't forget that you have the Poke Flute. It's an infinite, awakening. So make sure you put it to use. And listen to a lovely melody. Ah, lovely. Because, yeah, if you don't wake your Pokemon up, she will spam Dream Eater, which will drain your health and heal theirs. It's kinda nasty. Still, not bad. Not bad at all. Kinda funny that Zinx fainted again, because she was both good and bad for the fight, but hey, it is what it is.
Oh my, you're something special, child.
Thanks.
You win. I see what the old Dopp sees in you now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now, child.
And, we certainly will, but first I need to revive my Jinx that you made faint.
Yeah.
And as funny as it is, Jinx is also really good for the next fight, too. It's kind of funny and ironic, but trust me on this. Still, admittedly, let's have Arthur lead the way. You'll understand why. First, though, I want to make sure to heal him up because he's going to need all the health he can get. Trust me on this. If you thought the first 3 of the Elite Four were any tough, let me tell you, the final one is amongst the toughest. Though, you probably guessed that. Also notably, it's making me walk automatically right now. That's just how hyped up this is. And man, what a cool arena. So, how's it going?
I've heard about you, Brad. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokémon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. There's no being clever with them. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me, Brad.
And man, there's a good chance it might. Lance is tough. He doesn't really mess around. And he starts with Gyarados. This is very specifically why I wanted Arthur to know Thunderbolt. Gyarados is kind of the toughest thing he's got, at least in terms of our team composition. We have ways of dealing with dragons, but a flying water type? That's an issue. And it still might be. Oh, good. He's only using Dragon Rage. I'll take a guaranteed 40 over anything else you could have possibly done. Frankly, him using almost any other move would have been way scarier. So, I feel pretty good about that. There we go. Lock some nice damage in. And unfortunately, there's a good chance he might heal again. But hey, we paralyzed him, so that's good. Oh, good. Lance knew when to give up. Thank goodness. I swear, sometimes trainers will just heal and heal and heal. And, speaking of good things, Arthur grows to level 56. He gains 3 HP, 5 attack, 3 defense, 3 special attack, 3 special defense, and 2 speed. What a beautiful attack stat that is, Arthur. Alright, Lance, what else you got? A Dragonair. Why? How familiar. Let's give him a Dragon Claw. Now, funnily enough, Dragon is super effective against Dragon. So, making sure Arthur had Dragon Claw is a really great way of dealing with Lance. And yeah, as you can see, he has quite a few Dragonair. I want to say he has 1 Dragonite, so keep that in mind. It's darn powerful too. Still, so far so good. Ah, there's your Dragonite. Well, let's just keep on going with Dragon Claw? Oh wow, we're actually faster. Nice. This will probably do a fair amount of damage, but yeah, I had no hope of that beating him. Ooh, an Outrage. That is a even stronger Dragon type move than Dragon Claw. It is exceptionally powerful. Frankly, it would have been a better call using Thunder Wave, and if we can outspeed him, let's do it. It might just save our hide. Come on. Oh, darn. Alright. However, Outrage functions very similarly to Thrash. Eventually, that Dragonite will confuse himself, and it'll be lights out. So, in the meanwhile, let's send out Zinx and exploit that quad weakness to Ice Beam, shall we? If Arthur could outspeed him, there's no way Zinx won't. Yeah, that's bye-bye for you, Dragonite. I figured Zinx would handle it, and look at that boosted experience. 4,203? My goodness. And finally, his last Pokemon, Aerodactyl. I want to say Aerodactyl is particularly fast, so it's not going to surprise me if we don't get this Ice Beam off. Yup, that's a bye-bye for Zinx. His Ancient Power is a very powerful physical move. Oh no. So yeah, not only is Ancient Power a very powerful move, it has the chance of raising every stat, which he just got. So this is going to be a much harder fight. Oh boy. Locke, buddy, you're the tankiest fella I know, so try Surf. Ow. Also, really just Wing Attack of all things? Man, that still did a lot of damage. Honestly, I considered setting up with Acid Armor, but frankly, going straight for a critical Surf? Hey, that'll do it. Good job, buddy. Take your EXP and we'll take a bow.
That's it. I hate to admit it, but you are a Pokemon master.
Thanks for the money and the compliment.
I still can't believe my dragons lost to you, Bread. You are now the Pokemon League champion. Or you would have been, but you have one more challenge left. There's one more trainer to face. His name is Blue. He beat the Elite Four before you. He's the real Pokemon League champion.
So, you may have already guessed it. We gotta go beat Blue. And let me tell you, from the last battle where he already was over-leveled like you would not believe, he's even more so now. It is insane the amount of EXP and training this guy must have done while we were training. Because let me tell you, he's ranging in the 60s. Which, if you noticed, Lance barely had a level 60 Pokemon, let alone several. Blue is an extremely tough fight, and let me tell you, it feels good when you do beat him. So let's get everyone nice and healed up and get ready for one heck of a battle. Admittedly, I don't know who I want to lead with. I think our best bet is going to be Zinx. If memory serves, Blue typically leads with his Flyer, so we'll lead with something to counter him. Let's try it. Well.
Hey, Bread! I was looking forward to seeing you, Bread. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on my Pokedex, I looked all over for Pokemon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokemon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League champion. Bread, you know what that means. I'll tell you. I am the most powerful trainer in the world.
Yeah, well, we're gonna see if you can keep that title. It's time for you to face us, Champion Blue. Oh boy, this is exciting. So, fingers crossed we can beat you with an Ice Beam. If this doesn't one-hit KO you, there's a very good chance you make Zinx faint, which would not be great. Whew. All right. Good. That alleviates a lot of my worries. Especially Zinx gaining a level. That'll also make me feel better. She gains 3 HP, 2 attack, 1 defense, 2 special attack, 2 special defense, and 2 speed. Very needed. What else you got, buddy? A Rhydon. Of course. Well, let's keep it going with Ice Beam. After all, we know you're a dual ground and rock type. Got a lot of health and bulk, but a critical hit will take you right on out. Beautiful. Some more very big boosted EXP. Love it. Ah, yes. The big issue. Gyarados! I worried about you. Honestly, I'm going to use Fake Tears. I fully expect Zinx to faint. So, let's lower Gyarados' defense in the meanwhile. Dragon Rage? Really? Okay, I'm gonna use Lovely Kiss. And I guess we're gonna just let Zinx keep going? Admittedly, I expected Gyarados to use something like Outrage or Thrash or something physical. But, I guess Zinx will just handle it. Oh boy, a full restore, of course. Luckily, full restores only restore health and status. They don't restore debuffs, so keep that in mind. Still, one more psychic. With 2 more psychics, we should be able to beat Gyarados. Honestly, taking the turn to set up fake tears was honestly a really good decision. Alright, one more, and that should be all Gyarados wrote. Man, look at Zinx. She's taken out, what, half of his party by herself? Man, you go, girl. Speaking of, she grew to level 57. She gains 2 HP, 2 attack, 1 defense, 3 special attack, 2 special defense, and 3 speed. Man, she's cleaning house. And she's trying to learn Perish Song. I think we've seen this before. It's a 5 PP normal type move with no power and no accuracy. Any battler that hears this faints in 3 turns unless it switches. It's the ultimatum move. Frankly, as funny as it is, I don't want it for Zinx. Alright, what else you got? Oh, he's going straight for the Charizard. Okay. We have some choices. Try to put him to sleep or lower his defense. This is where the decisions get tough. I'm gonna say, let's switch out. No, you know what? I like the switch idea, but frankly, trying fake tears is probably the better idea. I was worried that he was gonna be faster. Yeah. Sorry, Zinx. Well, let's take the free switch in then. Honestly, I'm between Arthur and Locke. Let's give Locke a chance to shine. After all, water beats fire. So, let's use Surf and see what happens. Oh, he's got Aerial Ace. Ooh. That's, quite scary. Though, Locke has plenty of bulk. Oh boy, what do you got? A Citrus Berry? Yeah, I figured. Still, that's alright. We got our own little thing. Leftovers. I'm a little surprised he doesn't have leftovers or something similar. But this should be his highest level Pokemon done, which would be phenomenal. Oh, thank goodness. Good job, Locke. So that leaves 2 left. What else you got, pal? Executor! Oh boy. Admittedly, I'm really tempted to use Aurora Beam, but that's not a very smart decision. Honestly, this is Inari's time to shine. Assuming she can take a hit, she should be able to burn him to a crisp or get put to sleep. I didn't account for that. Okay. I guess let's use the Poké-Flute and hope she can tank whatever he's about to do. I know he's a psychic type, so maybe he knows Dream Eater or something. And that's what he's trying to set up for? That's what I'm hoping? Uh-oh. That's gonna hurt. Ow. Yeah, that's a lot more damage than I would like to see. If I confuse you, there's a chance you just beat us. I guess let's go all in on the flamethrower. You're a very high level, so I don't know if this is going to be enough. Oh, boy. Oh, he went for sleep powder again. Okay. You know what, then? I think this is the perfect opportunity for a full restore. I've been a little stingy with him, but frankly, asleep and at low HP? Why not? This should guarantee she can take another hit. Ah, I see you were like-minded. Sure, an even playing field. I like it. Hit him with a flamethrower Inari, and then I guess let's see what happens. Will he put us back to sleep? Will he go for damage? I'm not sure. Went for the sleep. How strange, but okay. I guess we'll just use the Poké-Flute again? And then ideally, once we wake up, we'll just burn him? That's my plan? What a strange fight this has become. Or he'll just heal him again. Okay. I mean, I guess this is just the item segment of the fight. Sure, why not? After all, it doesn't surprise me that Blue's packing items too. After all, he went around just like we did. And again with the sleep powder, come on, man. Now, are we going to use the Poke Flute and you're going to full restore again? Because if that's what happens, I'd laugh a little. Because what? This makes it the third, fourth time we've heard the Poke Flute in this fight alone? Kind of funny. Ooh, he actually went for damage. Alright. Assuming she didn't get crit, she should be able to flamethrower and beat him. I like it. Good, good. Now look, if you know Blue, you probably have a pretty good idea of who his last Pokemon is. It's Alakazam. And frankly, I don't know if we're going to outspeed you. I like the idea of just using Quick Attack, because you have no physical defense and we have really high attack. Why not? That'll also make sure that we do outspeed you, and man, that did a lot less damage than I thought it was gonna do. I'm sorry, Inari. Alright. Well, honestly, Arthur, come on out and start hitting those earthquakes, huh, buddy? Yeah, I figured you'd be faster, but will you be able to beat us? As of right now, it's looking like Arthur's gonna wipe the floor with you. Oh yeah. Good job, buddy. Player defeated Champion Blue. No, that can't be. You beat me at my best? After all that work to become the league champ? My reign is over already? It's not fair. Yeah, hate to break it to you. Why? Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Darn it! You're the new Pokemon League champion. Although I don't like to admit it. Bread. Huh? So, you've won. Sincerely, congratulations. You're the new Pokemon League champion. You've grown up so much since you first left with Bulbasaur to work on the Pokedex. Bread, you have come of age. Blue, I'm disappointed in you. I came when I heard you'd beaten the Elite Four, but when I got here, you had already lost. Blue, do you understand why you lost? You have forgotten to treat your Pokemon with love and trust. Without them, you'll never become a champ again. Bread, you understand that your victory was not just your own doing. The bond you share with your Pokemon is marvelous. Bread, come with me. And we certainly will. And honestly, I like that Oak puts the fact that your Pokemon worked hard too. Congratulations, Bread. This floor is the Pokemon Hall of Fame. Pokemon League champions are honored for their exploits here. Their Pokemon are also recorded in the Hall of Fame. Bread, you have worked hard to become the new League champion. Congratulations, Bread. You and your Pokemon are Hall of Famers. And so, we've beaten the main story of Pokemon LeafGreen. The game automatically saves. Once it's done, it'll show your team. Zinx, level 57. Tiamat, level 53. Locke, level 52. Inari, level 52. Cabbage, level 54. And Big Bad Arthur at level 56. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. All of you have earned it. And you know, it would have been nice to see King too, but frankly, he helped us quite a bit. Name Bread, ID number 25456. Time 38 hours and 57 minutes. League champion. Congratulations. we've done it. That is the entire main story of Pokemon Leaf Green. Pretty cool, huh? So now, once you've beaten the game, you're treated to this cute little scene and basically the credits. I like how it shows the little character of everyone there. Blue being rash, Oak being pretty level-headed, and us just continuing on our journey. Probably chasing after them, but still, you get the idea. We've done quite a bit in this journey. We've raised some very powerful Pokemon, we've helped a lot of people, and we've made some seriously strong bonds with everyone in our team. All the way from Cabbage, who we started our journey with, up to Big Bad Arthur, who frankly, I didn't even have plans on using initially. I planned fully on taking King to the Elite Four with us with Earthquake in tow, but honestly, King wasn't all that in the end. He was still a phenomenal party member, but I mean, look, compared to, 100 versus 200 attack, Arthur was the clear winner. And frankly, I do feel a little bad for benching him kinda last minute like that, but hey, that's part of being a trainer. We made our bonds, and frankly, he did so well. So, thanks for everything, King. And of course, I'm not forgetting everyone we used along the way, such as Herbert, Teleport, and all the other friends that we caught. Admittedly, we still got a fair bit to go to, get everything in our Pokedex. Luckily, the post-game will help us fill in some things. And besides, there's one last Pokemon we still need to catch. Anyone who's played this game knows that there's a certain cave all the way back in Cerulean City that houses a very powerful and very known Pokemon. It's going to be a little while before we can do that. After all, we gotta do everything else in the post-game. Remember the Sevi Islands? Turns out we're gonna be heading back there and doing a whole bunch more. Now, there's one little caveat that you need to know. In order to do the post-game of both Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, you need to have caught at least 60 Pokemon. 60 different types. So, if you haven't done that, you won't be able to start the post game. Once we officially start it, I'll probably mention that too, just so that way people know and understand if they're looking specifically for the post game content. Because after this, well, it's all post game. This is the main story, and frankly, we've done it. Honestly, I think our journey went really well. Other than a couple rough patches, such as catching Dratini and Dragonair, I think this journey went phenomenally. I'm certain there's plenty of items I missed using the item finder and other niche scenarios where I could have found certain Pokemon or gotten certain things earlier or sooner or in a better scenario or what have you. In fact, one of the best examples would have been waiting until Cinnabar to recruit a fire type. I could have gotten Magmar on the Sevi Islands, or I could have even just waited to catch a Vulpix that already knew Flamethrower. But I love the adversity of training Inari and really growing a bond with her. I mean, heck, all of our Pokemon that we used had to go through something in order to get a lot stronger. I think it was pretty cool. Obviously, we had Trusty Cabbage, we had King for a long time, and just so many others. But hey, that's the end. So, next time we play Pokemon Leaf Green, it's time for the post game. As always, I've been Brad. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.